I have distress to all my family and friends.
16, please don't shoot!
And I wanted to use my platform that I have to stress to all my family and friends how important it is to vote. You know, I'm aware that there's been a lot of racial motivated killings and police brutality with the police. And what shocks me the most is the black community wants change and the black community protests, but you know, I personally don't think that. I mean, the protesting it definitely helped. You know, as Dr. Martin Luther King say, a riot is the language of the unheard. So you know, it starts with. I think that the game's changer starts with vote. You know, so get out and vote because you know your vote definitely matters. You know, I can't vote unfortunately because I'm being a convicted felon, but you know, I just wanted to let my brothers and sisters know that definitely get out and vote, encourage your friends and your family to vote. You know, that's the key. It's an important game changer. You know, and I wanted to shout out to Black Lives Matter and all the organizations that's been standing with the black community as far as standing up for racial injustice and police brutality and all the things like that. And I can say that in my opinion, this year in 2020, I've definitely been a year that people really got a chance to see like what's been happening to the blacks, to the African Americans. You know, the incident with George Floyd, I think, really opened America. Well, not just America, the world. You know, for anybody to witness a person hold their knee down to your neck for 9 minutes while the person saying I can't breathe, and he calling for his mama, like that's like I mean. That's a grown man calling for his mama, like, you know, that's shocking, man. You know, it's sad, man, you know, to have to worry about your son going to basketball practice, you know, he might never come back home because some police officer woke up on the wrong side of the bed, you know, you don't know what that officer done woke up and decided he was going to do. He could have had a argument with his own wife, his significant other. He could have just decided today that he was going to kill a black African American. So, you know, it's scary to be a father and have to worry about these things, you know. So I want to encourage all my brothers and sisters, all my friends to go vote. Vote, man, you know, because that shit definitely matters, you know. And I also want to give an Illinois governor, J.B. Presser, an awards of Lawrence Correctional Center and the director of ILDOC credit for how well they handled the COVID-19 situation, you know, by providing people the chance to safely get out their cells and, you know, while still practicing safety guidelines recommended by the Illinois Department of Health. You know, it's definitely, it's only so long before a person can stay in a cell 24/7 without losing his mind, without talking to his loved ones. So, you know, I just want to tilt my hat and give big credit to the IDOC staff and the Illinois governor and also GPL for providing inmates messages and video visits to talk to and communicate with their loved ones. So, you know, I definitely want to shout them out because it's so important to make sure that you exercise and make sure you stay mentally stable during this crisis that we are going through with this COVID-19 situation. I be stay trying to tell like my homies and my friends the importance of mental health. You know, that's crucial. You know, I had a conversation with my homie over 600. You know, like I told him that, you know, I went to get help professionally. You know, and I was prescribed meds. You know, so it's definitely and mental health is definitely important. If you know anybody who may be going through some things, you know, reach out to them. You know, Google and see how to get help and support. And, you know, matter of fact, text a loved one right now. Ask them what they going through. You know, make sure they good mentally. You know, reach out to them, get help for them, be their support system, be there for them. You know, I say that because like the life that young man grew up, me personally, that young man grew up in Chicago is terrible. Like it's literally like a war zone minus the bombs and the rockets and the tanks. You know, I personally know soldiers who come home from the war and suffer from PTSD, and they be real like fucked up from it. You know, like a book could drop or a firecracker could go off, and they think it's a bomb or something. You know, so and for Chicago to have more murders than Iraq and Afghanistan, and there's not no resources or people to get help from for the after effects of being in Chicago, like an 8-year-old growing up on the street, she witnessed a murder. He or she witnessed a murder while playing basketball. You know, that.
The $5 Grande Nachos box is a full meal, all for you. Only at Taco Bell.
That have an effect, you know. Kids grow up wanting to do what they see. So, you know, a young kid playing basketball, he see a guy brains get blown out. Now he wanna grow up and blow a guy brains out. So, you know, and I see that Donald Trump, he sent the Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot a letter about bringing the federal troops to Chicago to stop the violence. I agree. I definitely agree with Donald Trump with his approach to stop the violence in Chicago. But I think the real key thing is resources, and, you know, putting stuff in the community, putting stuff in the community to help young individuals stay on a positive route. Community centers, YMCAs, Boys and Girls Clubs, studios, gyms, you know. If it's more positive stuff to do, it's less negative stuff to get into. So, you know, I definitely think that Lori Lightfoot should definitely at least reply back to Donald Trump's email and try to work out some solution, even if the Fed, she might not agree with the Fed, to at least try to come up with some other solution. So, you know, I personally think that she definitely should reach out to Donald Trump. You know, it definitely start with the new generation and the young. You know, we might not be able to end the violence, but if there's more resources, then it's less percentage that an individual can be incarcerated or an individual have some negative stuff to get into. So, you know, I definitely think that Lori Lightfoot should reach out to Donald Trump and bring up more positive opportunities to for young individuals. If I could talk to Donald Trump, you know, I definitely want to sit down and talk to him and figure out ways that we can bring the violence down. You know, and I know a lot of people don't approve of how he's handling the response to COVID-19, but I personally approve of how Donald Trump handled the response to COVID-19. You know, unfortunately, it's a lot of people who died, but, you know, it could have been much worse. And rest in peace to them, all the victims and all the people who found died from COVID-19. You know, the United States is on track to have multiple vaccines by the end of 2020. So, you know, that's a pretty good response. That's a pretty good response by Donald Trump and Dr. Fauci and his organization. So, you know, I tilt my head out to them for that. You know, unfortunately, I haven't had nobody victim of my family of COVID-19, but, you know, I'm thankful by the grace of God for that. You know, so to all my brothers and sisters, man, make sure you seek help professionally. You know, with your mental problems, man. You know, because thugs cry, thugs have mental problems. Everybody has mental problems. Everybody goes through mental problems. So make sure you seek help, man. Seek help, please seek help. You know, I personally had depression, anxiety attacks. You know, I always tried to run from it by abusing drugs and doing shit that cause harm to people. You know, thinking it a healthy cope, but that don't do shit but make things worse. So I can definitely say the best thing that I ever did with my life for the past 15 years is seek professional help for my mental health, you know, which allows me to be there mentally for my family and my friends, you know, and my loved ones. So, you know, definitely stop being selfish, man. Go seek help, man. Put the perk 30s down, man. Put the guns down, man. Put the Zans, put all that stuff down, man. And I also want to give a shout out to my fans who've been emailing me. You know, I appreciate the love, but, man, y'all gotta stop being so ganged out, man. Y'all can't be 600 and, you know, all that. You know, I'm in prison, so, you know, the intel, they be looking at that shit like, damn, who the fuck, like, who is this guy? You know, like, I appreciate the love, man. A less little gang, man, and more love, man. But I definitely appreciate the love, man, you know, and I've been seeing that y'all want me to put music over the phone. I personally don't like how it sounds, but, you know, the circumstances that I'm in, you know, I definitely gotta put that out there for y'all, because, man, I know y'all been tweeting, y'all been harassing me, so it's only right that I gotta drop this little tape called, you know, Drill Songs for the Streets. You know, shout out to Turkio, you know, that come from Love Songs to the Streets. It's about 20 songs, you know, recorded through the phone. To all my fans, you know, you can email me. Go to connectnetwork.com, CONNECT network, NETWORK.com. You know, sign up, search my MA name, Courtney, COURTNEYEALY, you know, I be trying to respond to everybody and all of y'all, you know, and I want to give a, I want to also give a shout out to my fucking boy King Von, you know, bro, been keeping shit 1,000, you know, spending no business for me, lawyer fees, money on my books, you know, Boca 600, Turkio, Real, D-Dane, Nemo 600, Zeus, Thunderbags, Lulu, Peter Longwood, Byron, Caper, you know, it's a lot of people I forgot also, you know, but y'all know what it is, man, you know, much love, you know. But it's crazy how I got fans who send money randomly, $15, you know, $25 off the strength, you know, and I can say that that's more, they did more than niggas who I knew for 20 plus years, you know, so that shit crazy. So, you know, I definitely appreciate the love for my fans, you know. I can never regret the shit I did, you know. I just regret the shit I did for all the wrong niggas, you know. Team 600 LLC, you know, it's niggas making money off, you know, things that I put my blood, sweat, and tears for, you know, and for me to backbite down everything rolls, you know, not to see a penny of that money, you know. We fight for our life, you know. Ain't nobody sending no money, no lawyer fees, no nothing, you know. Niggas name $600 on the gram, all on social media, $1,000 watches, shoes, and you know, niggas ain't sending a penny to the real, you know. That shit fool, you know. So that shit fool, you know. On from them grades, you know. Niggas don't keep shit 600, you know. Niggas do shit for the media, and you know, that's that clout shit, you know. Like niggas try to portray on Instagram like they spending on shit by saying names and songs and by posting niggas, but you know, niggas need to start posting JPay receipts and lawyer receipts, you know, on for them niggas don't spend on no business, you know. That clout shit is disease, you know. That shit like AIDS, man. That shit like COVID, you know. Like they gotta label that shit a disease, man. You know, I seen niggas die off that shit. I seen niggas changed off that shit, man. You know, I seen it all, man. You know. Ain't no cure, no vaccine for that shit, man. You know, that shit crazy. But you know, around this time last year, you know, I just sat back and I watched the nigga I so-called my brother make interviews and, you know, deny shit and, you know, do shit, you know. I just sat back to watch my brother, a nigga who I call my brother, sit next to me in a room full of jewels and play innocent while he throw me under the bus, you know, and say I got out on somebody, you know, and make interviews and send confused messages, you know. I went to trial with a public defender. I ain't have a paid attorney, you know. Before we went to trial, my lawyer put in a motion to have my trial severed because his attorney had intentions on saying I was the shooter and his client wasn't, you know. Before we went to trial, both attorneys discussed this, you know. Can't nobody tell me that you got a $20,000 attorney and you ain't know what he was gonna do. You know, your attorney speaks for you. You feel me? Whatever he say that he gonna do, it's either you agree to or you give him the okay to do it. You know, but before he go out there and defend you, he let you know what he plan to do and say because you know he works for you. You feel me? He feel what he say is basically what you say. You know, he tell you that look, this the game plan. We gonna throw Cdai under the bus. And we gonna claim your innocence, and you either agree or tell them hell no, like a real nigga for life supposed to, you know. That shit ain't nothing but a slick way of telling without putting your name on a statement, you know.
You have 1 minute left.
Everything your attorney say out his mouth is basically what you agree with or told him to say, you know. I ain't do shit but keep shit 100, you know. I stayed 10 toes down, you know. The state offered me 20 years at 50%, which of course I turned down, you know. Shit, you know, I'll be coming home 2023, but you know, that shit came with getting on the stand, so I turned that shit down. Fuck, I look like ratting my brother out, you know. I ain't coming like that. I'm a real nigga. I ain't ratting my brother out. If they put that shit on the table right now, on my freedom, I'ma turn that shit down, you know. Crazy thing though is, it's niggas who know this shit. Who know this info I speak of to this day right now, but niggas don't condemn that shit, you know. Niggas play favoritism, you know. It's a code we live by and we die by. And if any fool shit a motherfucker do, all real shit that nigga did, that individual did, that shit go down the drain. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. You see, motherfuckers don't want to believe the motherfucker they spoke so highly about in songs and posters on IG got dirt on their name. Motherfuckers
Thank you for using Securus. Goodbye.